Hey tuber and RV fans, well today I've got something a little bit different. We're instead of the gas guzzling RV that I normally drive, I've got one of the very first electric Kia Souls to be delivered in North America.
2015.
2015. There's only a handful of these in North America and only an even smaller number in Canada. And so we're gonna have
Actually, most of them are in Canada. There are none in the States.
Yeah, well, that's the
and
irony.
the American dealers are very upset that they can't even get a hold of one, and they've been waiting over 6 months for them.
So we're gonna have the brand new owner. This is Christmas Day, actually. He just took delivery on Christmas Eve yesterday, and we're gonna go for a drive and check it out. Okay, we're going for a test run here. Don will be driving. We want to note how quiet it will be while we start it up and drive.
Now you'll notice there are no keys. Actually, the key fob is in my pocket, which is close enough. Now we just power it up.
Okay, let's turn the music off, because that's going to create...
It's got a fabulous sound system. And because the car is so quiet and driving, you have virtually no road noise.
Let's turn the fan down.
Okay, we'll turn the fan down here.
It'll interfere with the... Okay, as people can see from the nav system, we're in Chilliwack, British Columbia, Canada right now, where we're starting our trip. We're just outside of Vancouver. Okay, let's
shall we go for a ride?
Let's go for a ride.
Okay, you'll notice it's dead quiet. I've got my foot on the brake and I'm just gonna put it in drive now. And here we go. Dead silent.
Give it a little throttle and see what it sounds like. Oh, look at that. We got some incredible pickup.
The acceleration is 100% smooth.
Yeah, it's extremely zippy.
And this car has Tesla technology, because Tesla, thanks to the great mind of, what's the fellow's name? Elon Musk. He's made a recent deal with other car manufacturers to trade technology. So basically, Tesla makes a deal with another car company to develop a certain type of technology they need, and Tesla swaps their technology with other manufacturers. So we're essentially driving in a Tesla.
So this the navigation system, I guess all the media is all integrated.
Well, one of the nicest things is if we're concerned about fuel, where's the EV button?
Oh yeah, it'll tell us our range.
It'll tell us what our range is.
Okay, 47K range right now. Is that your nearest charge station?
Here. There's a whole list.
Oh, there's the list. I accidentally hit it in the button. So Merton Nissan has a charge station. Is that free?
All you need is a tap card. I think there's a minimal charge.
Now, since you bought it from the dealer here, Kia in Chilliwack, right?
No, a Kia West in West Coquitlam.
Oh, in West Coquitlam. Okay, so now the Coquitlam station, will that dealer give you a free charge?
Of course, all dealers of electric cars have the same chargers. They're universal in their plug-ins, and most places have them now. And a lot of places are now putting in charging stations that you can use for free, because they want you to come into Burger King and buy a few burgers while you're having your car charged. It's an attraction, and the the costs are minimal. So the businesses, often the corporations, say, well, we can attract the electric car owners.
Do you have satellite radio too built in?
Oh, satellite radio is wonderful.
Don't turn it on, because it'll create copyright issues with YouTube. But let's go back to navigation then. Oh, you just click nav, and how do we find out where we're at?
Well, we can find out a previous destination, and these are the previous destinations where we've obviously powered up. One was at the University of the Fraser Valley College. They have a station there in the parking lot, and we also tried at City Hall Chilliwack, where there's one. But unfortunately, I don't have tap card capabilities on my Visa Infinite card.
Now, are you the only owner in British Columbia of one of these so far? Or?
Well, I probably am amongst half a dozen people that own this in British Columbia. I'm not sure how many vehicles are nationwide, but when you go to the showroom and you ask them, well, can I sit in one? Can I look at one? They said, sorry, we can't even get a demonstrator to put in the showroom. So everybody is buying this car sight unseen. Many of them are paying $2,000 over the suggested list price. And in California, people have been waiting for over half a year for this car to arrive, and the dealers are upset that we have them in Canada and they don't have them in California, which is the electric car capital of the entire world.
Well, let's see your display system here. Let's see how that looks.
Now you'll notice on the display there that right now the energy is running from the batteries to the tires. But
oh, you have regenerative braking,
well,
charging.
When we go downhill, it charges.
Oh, there we go. And when you brake, there's recapture when you brake, obviously, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Total efficiency. And one of the nicest things, as I said before, is people have range anxiety, and they've dealt with that as one of their primary considerations in producing what is a guide to all the closest charging depots.
So this is quite a good range, just like the EV1 that all those electric vehicles they crushed in California.
Yeah, now one thing you do have to be careful is because this is not an engine-driven car, when you stop the vehicle, you have to make absolutely certain it's in park. Because if you have it in drive, for example, and you get out of this vehicle, it's as good as having it in neutral.
Oh, it'll start rolling?
It'll roll.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. That's a good safety point.
That is a good thing to know. Yeah, I just want you to know I was shopping for a good deal on this car, and I called a number of dealers in the Palm Springs area. I was planning on actually flying down there, perhaps even spending some time at Andy's pad, and coming home with the electric car. So I called a number of dealers that were in the Palm Springs area, and they said, what, you could get them in Canada? We've been waiting 6 months for this car, and we can't get not even a single unit in. You Canadians, how come you can get this car and we can't? And so they weren't good. They could probably give me a bit of a quote, but that's it.
So
none available.
What sold you on buying this car?
It's totally electric.
And talk about the features and the range.
Well, I believe the range could be close to 170 kilometers. On a full charge, it costs you $2.25 to drive your car 170 kilometers. And there's no internal combustion engine, so the parts and maintenance on this vehicle is virtually negligible, other than the batteries, of course.
What's the warranty on the battery?
I'm not sure. I think it could be 3 years.
Usually I think they're a little bit longer as an incentive, don't you think?
I believe it was in the 3-year range, but I could be wrong. But the batteries are about the only problem you could ever have with one of these vehicles. And I've seen photographs of garages where they show what it takes to maintain a gasoline internal combustion powered automobile, and it shows a garage full of motor oils, parts, everything. And then you show one of these ones, and 10 years of maintenance, you've got a banker's box full of lubricants, and that's basically it. And what's more, if you want to hook it up to solar cells in the summertime when the price of gasoline always goes up, you could charge this baby on solar panels. And that's what I'm planning on doing.
Now, fit and finish, how would you, can we open the back door and show people what the...
Sorry for the garbage.
Oh, we got a little plastic in there. Was that from the seats?
Yeah, this is the base model.
The base model. Okay, I'm going to crawl in there and we'll get a shot of...
The base model has fabric seats, whereas the premium model has leather. The seats are both heat and cool.
Oh,
so
heat and cool.
In the summertime, you'll have cool seats, and in the wintertime, you have warm seats.
Is that including the rear?
In the premium model, the rear seats also heat and cool.
Ah, the premium model.
And they're pure leather, of course, whereas this one's a fabric.
Yeah, fabric
but there
interior.
are a bunch of other features that I didn't think were worth the $7,000 difference, and most people buy the base model.
Now, is there a navigation system here?
Oh, unbelievable!
Okay, well we're gonna go for a drive and we'll test out the quietness of it all.
And one of the biggest problems with this car is what they call range anxiety. And Kia has done everything possible to eliminate range anxiety. Range anxiety is simply the worry about being close to a charging depot and being able to charge your car. Charging stations are opening up all over California. In fact, California, I think, has a plan. Within the next decade, they want to be 70% electric-powered vehicles, which means there'll be plug-ins everywhere. McDonald's, Burger King's, IKEA's, you name it. Home Depot will have a whole bunch of stalls. On the regular chargers that are available today, you simply use a Visa tap card. You tap on it, you plug in, and I think it only costs you about $2.50 to totally charge this car. The fastest charge possible would be an array of old car batteries, which you can rejuvenate using low cycle chargers. You charge them up, you can hook them up. Of course, you need a pretty big wire because the amperage is high, but you could charge this baby up from 0 to 100% probably in about 30 minutes.
Well, let's see how much storage we have in the back, considering it's electric and the batteries swallow up a lot of the space.
Well, one of the interesting features of this vehicle is that there is no spare tire.
Well, you have run flat tires?
Well, yes, what they have is a simple pump that is operated off the cigarette lighter, and it will pump up a flat tire, and it puts a sealer inside the tire.
Oh, okay.
So in 10 or 15 minutes, you're ready to go. The features of this vehicle is that they provide you with a very small Bosch charger that plugs in. They call it an emergency charger, but it's handy when you go to visit friends anywhere while you're having dinner. If you're staying overnight, they don't have the real charger that you have at home to really kickstart this baby. You just press the open, and it's funny because it has a little gas pump symbol, which is
kept out in the front.
Yeah, now all we've got to do is open up the compartment here. This slides out like this.
Okay, that's very interesting.
And here's our cap for the power. In here
Oh, you already have it out.
is the standard model charger.
Okay. So that'll take just a regular 120 volt receptacle.
Yeah, this is what they call the emergency charger.
Okay, how long will that take to charge to full from a standard receptacle?
This could take up to 24 hours.
Okay.
But if you're visiting overnight,
it's perfect.
It's perfect because you'll have an almost full charge in the morning.
Right.
Now,
okay, let's plug it in.
Charging it in.
Let's show how easy it is.
There's a moisture cap on the charger here. We just have to remove that. And it's got a really nice locking pin here. And inserting these things is a sweet dream. It's like closing the door on a Mercedes-Benz.
May I try? Because I've never done this before.
You have to make sure that it's right there where the clip is.
Okay, this is the first time I've ever plugged a electric vehicle in. So
higher up.
Higher up.
There's the clip.
Simple as
There
that.
it is.
Oh, it's smooth. It's actually very easy, and it stays put.
And
it's illuminated, so you can see this in the dark.
And you confirm here it is charging.
Oh yeah, and we are charging.
And there's a flashing lights on the dashboard that indicate that we're charging.
Perfect. So you can tell if somebody's unplugged your cable.
I'm not 100% sure, but you could probably tell how much charge there's in the battery by how many lights are on. But I haven't had an opportunity to read through them.
How long have you owned it now? It's only been, what, a day or two?
Well, I've owned it less than probably... Well, we got it yesterday. It was delivered about noon.
So you've owned it just slightly over 24 hours.
Just over 24 hours old. And before this, it came off the ship, was delivered to the dealership. They said it would take them 1 hour to clean it up, and then they had to charge it.
So this is manufactured in Korea?
Manufactured in Korea.
Very good. Let's do a walk around.
And anyway, let me say one more thing.
Sure, what's that?
I've talked to a number of people that have bought this car, and I've never heard one person say that it wasn't the finest vehicle they've ever purchased.
You're talking the electric version or the regular?
This version right here.
How many? Because there's only so few people out there with them. So.
Well,
when did you contact the other owners?
Well, actually, when I went to Kia West, or it could have been North Shore Kia in Vancouver, they said they had a physician that spent a whole year researching electric vehicles, and he said that after doing all the research, and I told him I didn't have time for that because I just totaled off my vehicle and I needed a vehicle now. I asked the dealership, could you have that physician give me a call and talk to me about it? And he did call me back, but I inadvertently removed his message from my answering machine, and I bought the car anyway because I was just waiting for some confirmation from someone. But then again, my neighbor has a girlfriend, and she said that she has a friend that just bought one of these things, and she's tickled pink with it. So, and I kind of like it too, but there's so many bells and whistles on this thing, it's going to take a long time for me to get to realize all its features. The owner's manuals are, well, they're not quite as thick as a Los Angeles phone book, but I can assure you there'll be a lot of some very interesting reading. If you love reading owner's manuals, this is the car for you.